A little nonsense is what I need. Now if you wanna get the best of me.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make a jalapeno popper butter swim biscuit recipe. We're going to try to do this the best we can because I'm not good at these butter swim biscuits. I don't know why everybody says they're so easy, but I do not see it. Alright, so let's get started on some of this. In a medium bowl you need to put your flour mixture, which is going to consist of flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, and onion powder. Let me get this. Yeah, that's going to be all of it. Okay. On that flour mixture. And I use a whisk to just kind of sift mine. Trying to get the lumps out the best I can. Okay. Now, you're going to need 2 ounces of cream cheese. And I softened mine and I cubed them. And so you're going to want to put these in, but you don't want them to stick together. So it is going to be a little bit of a headache. So I'm only going to do a few and then we're just going to stir these in. It's 2.5 cups of flour, I believe. I don't know that I told y'all that. Yeah, 2.5 cups. So just put the cream cheese in just little bits at a time and kind of just mush it in the best I can. Okay, and then the last few pieces. I went ahead and cut, I measured off the 2 ounces, went ahead and cut it in cubes, and then just microwaved it just a little bit. I had already had it sitting out, but it wasn't soft enough. Okay. All right. The next thing we need to do is we need to add our buttermilk, and this calls for 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk. I'm gonna make my own buttermilk. You can do this by adding just a little bit of lemon juice or vinegar. I'm gonna add just a little bit of lemon juice. And then you just wait a few minutes for it to clabber. And that's it. I'm going to try to do this without making a mess. So there's 1 cup. And then I'm going to need at least, how many cups did I say? 3/4 of a cup more, possibly a whole cup more. And if I didn't say anything in the beginning, you need to go ahead and preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Okay. So let me get another cup of milk. And we're going to go ahead and put some lemon juice in it. So we can spoil it basically. Alright. Now, I'm not going to pour this whole thing in. I'm just going to do little bits at a time. You're only supposed to do this until it gets sticky. And then you need to kind of look at your recipe and see where you're at on that. 3/4 of a cup for sure. Possibly a little bit more. Okay. So I'm still just a teeny bit dry. And that's the one thing you need to watch out for when you make these. You don't want the dryness. Okay. Okay, I think that's good enough. Alright. Now, before we put these in the pan, we're going to have to put the part of this is going to make it a jalapeno popper biscuit. So you are going to put in some chopped jalapenos, and I've got those. And you can remove the hot parts, which are like the membranes and stuff. I just left mine in. It's too much trouble. And I use pickled, which kind of makes them not so hot. And then we're going to need our cheddar, which is only a cup. So a cup's worth. And then we're gonna do bacon, real bacon pieces instead of bacon. But if you do bacon, you need 8 slices cooked and crumbled. I'm gonna put in about 1/3 of a cup or so of these bacon pieces. It's easier, and you know, they're real bacon, so. All right, now I'm gonna just stir these in. Okay, and our next step, which I am not ready for, let me get my pan ready real quick. Okay, y'all, so I melted my butter in here. Also, I wanted to tell you that you needed to have sprayed this first, and I think my last video that I made something like these, that I made the original ones, I didn't do that. So this time I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to do better. Another thing, I'm going to spray my hands with cooking spray. I cannot remember if I did that last time, but I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try to spread these out a little bit. We're going to try to do better this time. So get this off my spoon. Okay. And I've got some cooking spray that I'm not a fan of. We'll use this. I'll make sure y'all can see. Okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of mush this out. And the butter is supposed to come up the sides. Hence why it's called butter swim, because they're swimming in butter. So there you go. It didn't take much effort this time. Let me wash my hands real quick. Try to get some of this off. Now, you need to take a sharp knife. I'm going to take a serrated edge knife, and I am going to cut 9 pieces out of this. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but that way they're easy to get out of the pan. And honestly, I'm gonna do my best. That's all we can do. Okay. 450 degrees, which I'm gonna keep like a watch over them. I may have to make it 425 because my oven may get too hot. So you need to take that into account too. If you baked for any length of time, you should know, you know, I need to make it a little less. So one other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on a baking sheet. That way, if it bubbles over, because they do kind of fluff up, it doesn't make a mess. All right, so we're going to put this. I'm 450 degree oven is what the recipe calls for, but I'm going to do 425. And let me see how long. About a half hour. So I'll see you back here in 30 minutes. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. I did overbake just slightly, but this is what it looks like. If I can try to get a side shot of that, you can see it. Turned out pretty good. They did rise like they were supposed to. And actually, honestly, this recipe was easier than the last one that I did. I don't remember where I got that recipe from last time, but this one just seemed easier. Maybe I knew what to expect, maybe. But it turned out great, and I'm pretty certain everybody's gonna like this because they like the jalapeno poppers. So I think it's a win-win, and it smells like jalapeno poppers. So it's gonna be good, and I'm sure we're gonna enjoy it. I hope that you like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.
Only know testify. So